Hi, and welcome to another episode of Soul Cooking with T. Hope that you're having an amazing Friday here on the West Coast. It is a little warm, and as a Southern girl, we have to have some air. So you may hear my fan in the background. If it's too loud and you can't hear me, I'll put a message in the feed, and my cameraman will be able to see it. But again, thank you. I am Tawana Carlton, your host of Soul Cooking with T. And on yesterday was the first day of summer. And so today here on the West Coast, we're getting our first feel of the summer weather. And so I decided to wear something a little bright to brighten up for our summer and to start our summer series. So today, you probably seen my post about the strawberries. We're going to get to that. But first, let me wash my hands because I want to take you over to the stove so that you can see the dishes that I'm preparing today, getting ready for you all. Let me put this in the trash. Getting ready for today. And so, like I said, it's summer, so we want to be able to come home quickly from work or from working out or whatever during the week or the weekend. And when you want to just have some quick time in the kitchen. So a quick meal that we're going to do today is that I took some regular meatball, Italian style. I found these at my local Walmart. And we're going to take some marinara sauce. And so in this pot right here, I've already have my meatballs cooking, and I have it on some marinara. So today, for a quick meal, we're going to do sub sandwiches. We're going to do it our way at home. So I thought about something that was quick. A lot of times the kids like sub sandwiches, and I know sometimes when you don't have the money or the funds are kind of low, and you're wondering what is a quick meal that you could fix, because the kids like sub sandwiches, and then to make them meatballs. And so you could just, whatever sauce you like to put on your meatballs. You might want to use spaghetti sauce. It's just really up to you, out of the can or out of the jar. But we chose an organic marinara pasta sauce from Walmart. So that's what we have marinated in this pot. But this is the one that I'm going to take with me over to the table. So if you join me back over here at the table, told you we were going to make a summer drink. Yes, my cameraman asked me if you can just stir the meatballs, make sure they're cooking. You can turn them off. Matter of fact, just you go ahead and turn them off if you don't mind. So in here, like I was telling you, I was going to make, you may need to add a little bit more sauce. Just turn it off and just add a little sauce. Sorry about that. We're trying to do a lot of things here in the kitchen, but thank God I have some help with my cameraman. So, like I said, I was going to make a summer drink, something quick, something fun, something that's tasteful. And so what I'm going to do is first we're going to start off making some lemonade. Being from the South, in the summertime, mostly in the summertime, because the lemons during the year kind of expensive back home, and so during the summertime, you quite a few times. Sorry, a little tongue tied trying to talk faster than my brain. We have a lot of lemonade. We make a lot of lemonade. We make a lot of tea during the summer months. But here on the West Coast, since we have access to lemons all year round, today we decided we would do some lemonade. So you can get a little lemonade gadget. Let me see if I still have mine in the drawer. Like this, a lot of people like to use these lemonade press. But like I said, I'm old school from the South, so I like to do it like we did back home. We just squeeze the lemons. Excuse me. So I'm just going to squeeze a few lemons. A lot of times people don't like the seeds in it. So if you can use a drain to put on top, you find those in the different kitchen supply stores, and that you could use. But like I say, being from the South, when you have lemonade, you would have sometimes plenty of seeds in your lemonade. But we didn't complain because we really wanted the lemonade, and during the summer, it was just refreshing. I'd like to take this time to welcome those that are joining me live and those that will catch the replay. So I did it. This is about the second one. Lemon. So it just basically I just cut them in half, squeeze them. I can remember as a little girl, this was the time when I got a chance to be in the kitchen with my grandmother, and she would be making lemonade, and she would sit there. She'd have on her apron, and she would be sitting in the kitchen, and she would just be squeezing the lemon. She'd have the sugar already in. And before I forget, I put about maybe a cup and a half of sugar in the base to getting ready for my lemonade. The reason you see me laughing is my cameraman is in the back with the other phone getting ready to take pictures, and he just nicely and graciously came in to show me he was ready. And of course that put a smile on my face because he didn't forget. Sometimes we're so busy trying to get ready for the show that sometimes we forget about other things. And so that's just like in life also. You get so busy, you have your notes, and at times you forget. And when you realize that you've already done the task, or you've already done what you thought you wanted to do, and then you go back as you're relaxing and you see your notes that you made. And so it's okay if you forget sometimes. Just next time, make sure you take your time, not be in a hurry of doing things. And I'm guilty of that. But going back to my story, I used to see my grandmother in the kitchen making lemonade. So when I got to the age that I could start to squeeze the lemons, I was so excited because that gave her time in the kitchen that we could have conversations. And so that's why we believe here in Soul Cooking with T that it is time to go back to the table, go back to the kitchen with your family and loved ones, because you take time to have those conversations, to talk with each other. Okay, so let me rinse my hands off. So again, I want to welcome those that are joining me live and those that will catch the replay. So I've cut up about 4 lemons because they were pretty juicy. So let me get a spoon for it. And so, like I was saying, getting that opportunity to be in the kitchen with my grandmother was priceless. Sometimes when I started to want to learn how to make the lemonade, she would let me make it. And sometimes I didn't get the flavor right. She would only say, maybe baby, just put a little bit more sugar or squeeze a couple of more lemons. She never said, now baby, that wasn't right. That's not how to do it. And so sometimes it's just how we say things. And so we just have to remember that when we're talking to our family and loved ones, it's about the presentation. And so I thank her for that, because that has been with me my life. It's about how you say and what you say to people. So here I've just made milky, I say milky because my nephew is always asking me, how do you know about the lemonade? He's in the background sniggering, because I say, well, I really don't know. It's just how it looks to me. I like the coloring of it. So what I'm gonna do is, I hope that my cameraman will be able to show. I'll be able to show you. I told you we're doing things a little different. We're trying some new things. So maybe he can see inside of it, just to show you the color. It has a little yellow milky color. And so to me, that means that I have my lemonade, enough lemon juice and enough sugar in it. And so now I'm just going to add some water. If you know of somebody that works at any of the big market stores or a water company, because I use a lot of water, if you don't mind, hey, just inbox and tell me, hey, I know someone. Be more than happy to have them be featured on our show. So I'm just adding, this is a gallon of water that I picked up from Walmart. Like I said, I'm always about bargaining and making sure that I don't spend a lot of money, but making sure that I buy great products to use, not only doing soul cooking, but also in my regular cooking. So I've got the lemonade ready. So let me move the lemons and the water. Again, welcome to those that are catching me live here in Soul Cooking with T. Okay, so the lemonade is completely ready. So now let me grab 2 cups out of the refrigerator, out of the freezer, because like I said, I was making a summer drink. So let me set the lemonade right off to the side here. So as you can see, use my mason jar. I have some ice in it. And in this pot here, earlier, if you got a chance to catch the video, I said join me so that you could see me make a cool and refreshing summer drink. So let me get something to dip with. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this pot, I cut up about 7 or 8 strawberries, fresh strawberries. I put them in a pot with about 1.5 cups of sugar. And I filled it up halfway with water. And what I did was I made a simple syrup, but I flavored the simple syrup with strawberries. And so we're going to make a great and refreshing summer drink. So in the bottom, as you can see, I'm just going to pour some of the simple syrup that I made from the strawberries. And as you can see, it's very red. It's very refreshing to have. It's a great simple drink. And so it's just a lemonade strawberry. So I made fresh lemonade. And here, as you can see, had the cup in the freezer trying to get cold. And here I've just put halfway. You just decide exactly how much you want to use and measure it in each cup. So here I'm just going to put some fresh lemonade in. Just like that. And then, I need a spoon. I know you're saying, well, what is she going to do with the strawberries? Well, this one I kind of got it cooled too in the refrigerator. I'm going to take the strawberries out, make it a little juice. And this is the strawberries that I just put in the pot to get the juice, to make the simple syrup. And so I'm going to take those out of the pot, just like that. I'm going to add a little juice to it, so that it'll be kind of juicy. Okay, and then I haven't used this thing in a while, so hey, give me a second to get it together over here. So now I have to remember to put the top on, because my son always used this and he always done it for me. So we're just gonna put it in here and puree it just quickly. Okay. And as you can see, we have a great puree. Just give me a second. I need to check on my food on the stove. And then I'll be right back to make sure that the meatballs are ready. Okay, so we got this puree. Let me cover the strawberries back up. The simple syrup. The simple syrup can last in the refrigerator for about a week in your refrigerator. Now the puree, I just give it maybe a day or so. So this is the puree you can add to your drink. It's kind of thick. You can mix it up, but as you can see, it goes right in. It makes a great summer drink. Is very simple. It's very refreshing to have. So let me get a spoon. Okay. And if you want to, you can mix it up. Just mix it in like that. That's all it takes. And you have the strawberry pieces in there. You have a simple and delicious and an amazing, beautiful summer drink. Salute. Ooh, it's sweet. You can taste the fresh strawberries. You can taste the simple syrup. You can taste all of the ingredients. So I'll make sure I have this for the after show. It's delicious. I have to take another sip. Oh, that's good. So that's our simple drink for the summer. Now, for our simple dish for the summer, you can make, we're going to do a sub sandwich. And so what I've done is I just bought a sub loaf from Walmart for $1. And so this can make several sandwiches. Each person can get, you know, you can get a couple of sandwiches out of one loaf. Let me get a plate so that we can get our sandwich started. Let me get the pan. Can you turn on the broiler, please? So you may hear a little noise in the background. We're just trying to get ready to get the sub sandwich together. So I'm just gonna take out the sub sandwich. Let me get my bread knife. I told you it's been a crazy day. I was trying to make sure that I got everything I needed, and then I get here and don't have my knife. But hey, it's okay. So I'm gonna cut off a end about right like here. Put the rest of it back in the thing. And like I said, you could get several sandwiches out of one loaf. And so what I'm going to do, just cut it open. I'm not going to cut it all the way. What I am going to do, because a lot of times people don't like that extra bread. I do. Since I'm making this one for my cameraman, I have to take some of it out for him. So just a little bit. And so this is my base for my sub sandwich. And so what I'm going to do is come on over to the stove. You can join me over here. Woo! The meatballs are ready. So what I'm going to do, so just quick, simple, just going to take my meatballs. Let me talk about my sub. I'm just going to take the meatballs that I have warmed in the marinara. Cook your meatballs according to the packaging. If you brought pre-packaged meatballs, if not, if you make homemade, okay, one is trying to get away from me. If you're making homemade, just remember to cook them until done. Okay? All right, so got the meatballs. Join me back over here at the table while I'll be getting something else out of the refrigerator. Okay, I have my cheese. Yes, I thought I had to get the cheese. Okay, so here is your meatball sub. You can put whatever toppings you like on it. My cameraman is laughing in the background. I guess I got too many meatballs, but hey, sometimes I like a little few meatballs, and we got quite a bit because we want to have a sub sandwich. We want it to be fulfilling. You don't have to put this many on there since he's laughing at me in the background. We have so much fun here in Soul Cooking with T. But you can put any ingredients that you want. Here we have a sweet onion. You might want some sliced tomatoes on it. You may even want some purple onion. He's shaking his head in the background. Yes, yes. And then also, I like to go to different stores and find out a lot of different products and ingredients that they have on the market. And one of the things that I found, and we're going to talk more about it in the after show, the kitchen talk, is that I recently found this called Living Butter Lettuce. It is delicious. I'm just going to open it. I'm not going to just want to open it and share it with you, take a look at it. But what I want you to do is come back to the table talk, the kitchen talk, as I said, after this after show at 4 o'clock, and we're going to talk more about the living lettuce. And so it's different lettuces out there, and I want to start trying different things. So it's just totally up to you, you know, what you want to put on your sandwich. So on this one, we've already turned the oven on broil, and the only thing we're going to add here is some cheese to it. We're just going to melt some cheese, and then I said once the sandwich comes out, you can add whatever ingredients you want to, or if you like, you can, if you wanted tomatoes on there and you wanted to grill the tomatoes, only thing you got to do is slice them and put them right on top as you're cooking your sandwich. So that's all I'm going to do. I didn't put any marinades, no mustard or anything on that side of the sandwich. And so I'm going to get my cameraman to put this in the oven for us, because I don't want to bend down and can't get back up. And so, like I was saying, the sub is very simple. I've used, I bought a loaf from my local Walmart, which I'm quite sure you can find at some of the other big brand stores, just for $1. And then I bought some pre-made Italian style meatballs, but you can also use, fresh meatballs. We use marinara sauce, but you can put whatever sauce you like, spaghetti sauce, garlic sauce. They have so many varieties of sauces, from the most expensive to the most reasonable. And so, like I said, and to just add any of your condiments, anything that you like to your sub. Do I have any questions? I have to ask my cameraman. He has to look at the other phone to see if we have any questions, any comments. But of course, I left my glasses in the other room, so of course I can't see even if he gave me the camera. Again, I want to thank you all for joining me here for another episode of Soul Cooking with T. I am thankful that you take time out of your day and your evening to join us here on Fridays for me just sharing some of our recipes, some of our love with you, some of the things that I learned as a child and living in the South, some of the things that I learned from my grandmother, my mother, and my uncles, and my grandfather. As far as family, it was all about family. I don't remember if I mentioned this on one of the episodes, but I can remember as a child growing up that we always ate every meal at the kitchen table. We ate Sunday dinner at the dining room table. The kitchen table, my grandfather would get off at lunch time. We had a whistle in my hometown that blew at 12 o'clock. And so by a little after 12, he was home. We sat down at the table. We had lunch. I could remember hearing him and my grandmother talking about their day, talking about what had happened with him at work and what was going on. And my grandfather got off, I think, about 4:30 Monday through Friday. And he would come home and we would have our dinner. And I would get my opportunity to tell him what happened, what did I do during the day, what was happening in school. And that's what it's all about, and that's what Soul Cooking with T believes in, is that we need to bring our families back to the table, put down our electronic devices, have those conversations, because that's the time that we learn what's going on in our lives, our goals, what we desire to do and be in life. And so I encourage you each and every day to take that time, to take those minutes, to be able to sit down with your family at the table. So my assistant cameraman has gotten it out of the oven for us. Okay, don't forget to turn the oven off so we don't burn anything. And so this is what the sub sandwich looks like. And so all the thing I'm just going to do, because I don't want any condiments or anything on this one, you can always go back and add more, marinara sauce if you wanted to it. And I'm just going to transfer it to this plate, just like that. Move my pan. Here's my drink. A simple sub sandwich and a simple drink for the summer. It's a Subway Club sandwich. I'll open it again so that you can see it. The cheese has melted perfectly on the meatballs. You can also add more sauce to it. You can either just pick it up and eat it with your hands, or if you add more sauce, just take your knife and a fork and you'll have a delicious summer sandwich. Here's our simple summer drink that you can use half of the summer. You can also add, if you wanted to add and kick it up a notch, you can also add any of your light colored alcohol to it. It still will be a great refreshing drink for the summer. So again, I want to thank you for joining me here live in my kitchen for another episode of Soul Cooking with T. Make sure you join me at 4 o'clock for some kitchen talk so that I can talk about this living lettuce and another item I don't have on the table because I didn't it wasn't something that was food wise, and so I want to talk about that product that I've come across. So again, I'm Tawana Carlton, your host of Soul Cooking with T, and this has been another episode of Soul Cooking with T. Bye, have a great day.